morning, buddy. Good morning. Are you dancing? Go, Boo Bear, go, Boo Bear, go. Go, Boo Bear, go, Boo Bear, go. Yeah. Hi, Pumpkin. It's hard to stand up in your sleep sack. Hi. Hi, Cuckoo. Can you do it? Do you need some help? Good morning. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Pretty good. So these poor guys have had like on and off fevers and runny noses since Saturday was Lyndall's worst day. Yesterday / today is Bear's worst day, probably. Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully we're getting better soon. I know, that's your bedroom. Should we close the door? Let's close the door, even though you know how to get in there. Yeah, he can open these doors, but fortunately isn't doing it very often yet. They're like the pull handle thing, so might need to figure out a way to baby-proof those soon, huh, buddy? What are we gonna do? We got your new table set up. We got this from Amazon, and they love it. They really liked the table and chairs at the nursery at church, so I thought we might as well get our own. Yeah. Okay, let's change your diaper. And then I think we're gonna go for a walk. We have 2 for 2 awake from our nap. You guys had good nappies. Yes. Both slept about 2 hours, so they're just now starting to take a longer one nap of the day, which is nice because we won't have to put them to bed so dang early. We're eating a snack right now that consists of, Bear's already eaten it off of the table here, so I'll show you. I cut up some avocado, some cheese, grapes, and mandarin oranges, and then some yogurt if they're still hungry. Lyndall doesn't really like yogurt, but Bear loves it. I think your diaper needs to be changed like pronto. Look how big you guys are. Just sitting at the table eating your snack. Oh, Bear, did you want to give her a hug? No, just gonna eat her grapes. Poor little things, can't breathe out of your noses. Darn it. Yep, that's her nose. Nose. Yeah, nose. Yeah. Is that a good snack, Junebug? Wanna wash it down with some water? Oh, heavens. Oh. Poor little things. So regarding like this viral respiratory illness, I am in the school of thought that, and you probably know this if you've watched our channel for any length of time, if they have a fever and they feel bad, like they're acting like they feel bad, we medicate and we try to reduce the fever. But if they have a low fever and are just playing and acting normally, then we let the fever do its job. Regarding like the congestion, I have found through experience that with Bear especially, trying to suction that makes him so upset that he ends up like creating more than he had to begin with. And so because of that, I try to very sparingly suction, and usually I do more like of a saline squirt in his nose to help kind of rinse it down. This is disgusting. I'm only saying this because I feel like a majority of the people that are drawn to our channel have young kids as well and can relate to this. So anyway, like how we manage these things are giving them plenty of fluids, giving them as much rest as they seem like they need, wiping their nose, you know, as needed, suctioning minimally, putting saline and kind of keeping everything hydrated and rinsed minimally, really, and then treating fevers if needed. So unfortunately, antibiotics don't help with this kind of thing because they're almost always viral. There are some exceptions, but they're really typical symptoms or signs when it's a bacterial infection rather than a viral infection. So that's kind of how we've been managing it, and it's done fine. For the large majority of the illness, they are acting totally normal and they just have these annoying symptoms. So fortunately, they've been very happy, minus like the one day that they had more of a fever than it seems like the rest of the time. So right now we're just playing, having a good time, despite having really yucky noses. You're so silly. Can you get up there all by yourself? Can you do it? see. Go girl. Go girl. Go Lindell. Go Lindell. Go Lindell. Go. Go Lindell. Go Lindell. Go. Go girl. Go girl. Woo. Dance Lindell. Dance Lindell. Dance. Dance Lindell. Dance Lindell. Dance. Woo. We're still getting used to these table and chairs. My mom saw them kind of maneuvering themselves on these and said, maybe we should have done like a bench first. Lindell, no. We sit down. You gotta sit down. You crazy girl. Sit down. There. Good job, Junebug. Good. Yeah, you gotta sit on the chair, not stand. That's perfect. When did you get so big? I hope this like wrist roll never goes away. I hope you still have it when you're in college. All right, I got my chauffeur. Today's the day. Very exciting. It's finally our first appointment to check on this baby. Seems like it's been, I don't know, forever since I found out I was pregnant. Just because my last pregnancy, I was in there like every week.
Was I at your first appointment?
You were at one of the first.
Yeah.
You were at the one where I was like 12 weeks.
Okay.
So I had already had a couple. Like at the fertility clinic. You were at my first one at my actual OB.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when you do the infertility stuff, your first 8 or 10 weeks you spend being monitored at your fertility clinic before they release you to a regular OB. So that's different than this, where your very first appointment's with an OB, and it's not until you're like 8 to 10 weeks along. So this is all very new to me, and it's weird waiting this long, but it went quickly, and especially since we were just in New York. I think these last 4 or 5 days would have been dragging if we weren't like doing something fun. So we planned it perfectly, being the day after we got back from New York. And I was like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, I was like, man, I'm really not excited about going to this appointment by myself. And so you were there, and her twin, Betty, was there, and like Mom was planning on watching the babies while I went to this appointment. So then Betty's like, I'll go with you. And then Mom's like, wait, I wanna go. So that would have been funny if you would have stayed home with the kids and Buck would have gone with me. Anyway, we just asked Carrie, our nanny, who's been like pulling extra shifts left and right. She's been really like covering us for a lot of random stuff, but she was,
the babies are
sick,
and
she's a rock star.
She is.
So she's with them now. We're headed up to Jeff City to have an ultrasound and then meet one of the OBs in this practice. I've talked in the last few videos about how I'm like not super excited about the way things have been handled at this clinic so far. I'm gonna give them one more chance. We'll see how this appointment goes. We'll just kind of see. I might bring up like the whole drama with the prescription, because it would be nice to go ahead and get the prior authorization sent through for that. So I might bring it up and just see how they felt like it was handled, and we'll just decide from there. But I think Brad and I also might tour, and we did this for the last pregnancy, tour the birthing centers of the hospital I would deliver at with this clinic, and then tour the birthing center that's local. The one that's local is brand new. Like they just got it finished a year ago or something, and it's supposed to be pretty spectacular. So we might just have this appointment, then tour both of the birthing centers, and then decide which route we're gonna go after that.
And we'll probably have it in the car.
And then I'll probably, deliver on the highway. That's so true. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Bummer they wouldn't let us film in there, but it's all coming back to me what these appointments are all about. So I'm about to do this, and then I'm gonna meet with the doctor. It's just one. Phew.
There he is. We both think that it's a baby boy. Just intuition.
Okay, so we're back home now. I just relieved our nanny, and the babies are napping, so I just have a minute to relax and kind of reflect on our appointment this morning. And I think I went into this appointment with like 0 expectations, because I've just never, I don't know, I've never experienced like an unexpected pregnancy. It's just kind of, the whole thing's kind of weird. I know that it's kind of, with an infertility history, it's kind of a natural thing to feel guarded when you go in for your very first ultrasound. And I think just like, I was prepared for the possibility of anything. I was prepared for the possibility of there not being a heartbeat or a baby at all. I was prepared for the possibility of there being multiple babies. And I don't think you can truly be prepared for those things. I was just kind of like, I was ready to hear a gamut of news, and what I have been praying for is that there's just one baby in there. And it might sound weird for some people, like the more children you have, the more blessing you have, and that's true. But I just know I'm not prepared to raise another set of twins right now. So it might sound weird to you that I'm just like so relieved that it's just one, but it's truly a relief, and it is really exciting having the prospect of having one newborn to be able to focus my attention on, and of course also have Bear and Lyndall. But just the fear that I'm going to be divided would be even more so if I were expecting multiples again. So I was very scared about that possibility, and I'm very relieved to know that it's just one. I feel very blessed that we have one healthy, perfect little baby, and I can't wait to tell Brad all about the appointment. I think I'll wait to update you until Brad gets home so that I can tell him everything and you guys everything at the same time, because we had some like really good conversation, the doctor and I, and I'd like to fill you guys in on it.
Duck. Duck.
Dad's home.
Yeah.
So he's teaching Bear how to read at the same time as teaching Lyndall how to get in and out of Lyndall.
Yeah.
Get in and out of a chair, which has been hilarious to watch.
She loves it.
Yep. It's just funny watching them like learn how to get up and down off of it. Oh, and she just licked it. Look at you, Lyndall June.
Good job, Junebug.
Look at you. And down all by yourself?
Good job.
When she climbed up. Lyndall. We don't do that. That's not nice.
Good job.
It's so hard not to laugh. Okay. No, don't tip it up. Lyndall. I can't laugh. It's terrible. Don't tip it over. Be nice. Be soft. Lyndall. No.
No.
Oh boy.
It's someone beginning with. Do you want to see a picture of my son?
Just one of them.
Hi.
Hey. I wish you could have been there.
I had to work today. It was our first day back from vacation, so I had to go to work. I couldn't miss it. And Rachel had her first OB appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And this is really the first time that I'm hearing about it, so I'm hearing about it with you guys.
I haven't had a chance to really tell him anything.
No, I mean, she texted me and was like...
It's just one.
Yeah.
That's
just one.
basically what I told him.
It's just one.
Yeah, I filmed a little clip about how...
Thank God.
I know. How, like, you guys gotta understand that that's a big relief for us, and I kind of explained why. But anyway, it's exciting. We just have one baby to grow right now, and yeah, it's really exciting. The appointment overall went really well. Like, I was just not excited about how the ultrasound went. It was really fast. They wouldn't let us film, which I get, I guess, but I don't know. If it's for personal purposes, I just don't understand why they wouldn't let you. Like, you couldn't even have your cell phone out. Like, we couldn't have even, like, snapped a photo with our phone.
Really? They were that strict?
Yes.
Interesting.
So, I don't like that every ultrasound we're not going to be able to get any footage, because we have, like, footage of our babies when they were in the womb, you know?
Well, we can just go to one of those places that you just pay.
Definitely. Out of pocket to just have an elective one done.
Right.
So, the ultrasound tech was also just kind of airheaded. No offense to her.
No offense to her.
She
was
like,
a total airhead.
She wasn't listening to what I was saying. She was, I mean, obviously doing her job, but like, I don't know. I had mentioned that I have 14-month-old twins, and then like a minute later, she's like, "So is this your first child?" And it was like, I have 14-month-old twins, and she was like, "Oh, right." And then like 2 minutes later, she goes, 18-month-old twins. Wow, I bet they're busy. It was just like, Like, don't pretend like you're listening to me if you're not listening to a word I'm saying.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
You know? So other than that, it was fine. And it just like went really fast. We listened to the heartbeat for like 3 seconds. And then she clicked off of that because she only needed like one little wave to see how many beats per minute it was. So we didn't even get to like relish in listening to the heartbeat. As soon as it was on, it felt like it was over. Mom and I like looked at each other and then it was gone.
Really?
Yeah, it went really fast. Like the entire ultrasound, I mean, I'm used to long ones because of the twins, but the entire thing lasted like maybe a minute.
Such a difference between the 2 pregnancies.
Huge difference. A lot of a twin ultrasound is them like orienting and figuring out which one's A and B. So you see a lot during just them getting oriented.
Yeah, I mean, they would take forever.
It would. So that part was disappointing. And then by the time I saw the doctor, the ultrasound information, like I have the pictures that she printed, but the ultrasound information had not been inputted into the computer. So like we didn't really necessarily get anything dated because the doctor had yet to review the ultrasound. So I'm just kind of waiting to hear officially what our due date is. But I will say I did some research based on like the rump to, like I had him look it up too, based on like the rump to tail length. But we'll wait until the next video to reveal our official due date.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. Is that the right terminology? Rump to tail? Or
Yeah.
no, tail is rump.
Yeah. Crown.
Crown. Crown to rump.
Crown to rump.
Yeah. My OB is fantastic. I don't know that I will see the same one the whole time, but I'm definitely seeing her next time. And I just really loved her. Like she was really smart, really charismatic, also very like low key. I don't know. She like wasn't really businessy, but wasn't like too friendly. I don't know how to explain it.
It was a good mix.
It was a good mix of like confident, smart, friendly. Not like, hey, we're best buddies and I'm not that smart. And not like, I'm super intelligent, but I don't have any chairside manner. It was like a really good mix. My mom really liked her too, and I think she's a pretty good judge of character.
How do you know that you're definitely with her next time?
Because I made my appointment before I left.
How many times do you see the OB?
Once a month.
Oh, once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Until the end, and then I think you see him a little more frequently. She was really nice. And we talked about pretty much everything. So in a normal pregnancy, like not a twin pregnancy, you only have 2 ultrasounds. You have the initial one that we just had, and then you have one at 20 weeks for the anatomy scan, and that's it. Unless I try for a VBAC, which we had a whole conversation about. I think we'll put that in another vlog.
Oh, really?
Because there was kind of a lot of information that she gave me to consider and to think about. I'll just kind of save that for another time, another conversation, because there's nothing I'll decide right now anyway. But long story short, if I do a VBAC, then around 37 weeks, she would do another scan then to see how big the baby is and see if a VBAC is still possible. So it was kind of funny. We were like, well, she asked how much the twins weighed. And I told her, and if you're new or if you don't remember, Bear was 6 pounds 7 ounces and Lyndall was 6 pounds 1 ounce. So they were good sized twins. Like a total baby weight of 12.5 pounds is like a substantial amount, and that was at 37 weeks. So I told her, I was like, is this, you know, I told her that that's how much they weighed, and I was like, is this any indication that like if I go full term with one, I could grow like a 13-pound baby? And she was like, probably not. Like that would be, twins are different. But she said she has no doubt that I would have a good sized baby.
I mean, your sister.
That's the
her
other.
sister Annie gave birth to
both of them were over 10 pounds, both of her kids.
big babies.
And yeah, that she was not able to have a vaginal delivery with either one of them. So all of those things kind of play into her recommendations for what type of birth that we're going to end up having. I brought up the prior authorization for the like nausea medication thing, and she thought that was handled totally inappropriately, and she personally is taking the steps to get that medication prescribed in a way that my insurance will cover it. So she was really helpful with that, and seemed concerned that like there were holes in their system.
So you think you'll stay with this OB office then?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I don't know that the clinic here will do a VBAC, for one, and they definitely will. So that's one thing. The delivery hospital is really close to the clinic, so I don't know why that matters to me. I guess
How far of a drive was it to get there today?
like 45 minutes.
When the other one's only 15 minutes away?
Probably about 15. So half-hour difference. But for somebody who has never labored before, in theory, it would be not quick, right? In theory.
Yeah.
Oh, you were nodding like you knew.
I have no idea. I've never done this before.
For anyone who didn't know the answer to my initial question when we first found out we're pregnant, the very first appointment that you have when you have a surprise pregnancy of one baby is you get an ultrasound, this OB. You get an ultrasound, you pee in a cup for the protein in your urine gestational diabetes check, not for like a pregnancy test. So you get the ultrasound, pee in a cup, see the doctor, and
Did you get blood drawn?
And then get a ton of blood drawn.
Oh, really?
Tons. She was like, don't look at how many vials we're doing. And then I looked.
And then I passed out.
It doesn't. I mean, I told her, I was like, I've done IVF before. I can handle this.
You can handle a needle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lots of vials of blood.
How many vials was it?
It was like 10.
Seriously?
Yeah. It was at least 10. It was,
What?
Yeah. It was a lot. They were like falling on the floor, literally. She like didn't have anywhere to put them all. So she ended up, like, I had my arm on the table and she ended up just lining them up beside my arm because, like...
Why did they take so much blood?
No idea. No idea.
Jeez.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Were you feeling lightheaded afterwards?
No.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. Here, she blew my vein. Nope.
Well,
We're good.
That's good.
So I think that's pretty much it. If you're new to our channel, go ahead and subscribe. I would subscribe to us because I really want to see what our life is going to be like in about 7 months.
Yeah, go back and catch up on our crazy life before.
It's gonna be wild.
Upcoming vlogs. We're actually going to tell our proposal story in New York. So that'll be a fun one. We're in the process of building a new house. So we're going to have to meet with the designers here again pretty soon. So that'll be coming up.
And we're still raising the 2 little ones, so they're a constant source of entertainment and they learn and change and do new things every single day. So
Thank you for being part of our community.
for sure.
It's really awesome how many people are so invested.
One thing that's funny, like my mom today, we were just talking about how bad all of the sippy cups suck and like they all leak and spray like milk out of their straws, and my mom was like, why don't you ask your YouTube family which sippy cup is best? I was like, that's a legit...
Like, they all said the 360.
The 360 cup, yeah, which is probably the best, but they don't...
It's great, but if they drop it off
Off of their table.
then it splashes all over.
Right, and I think Bear drinks a lot less out of those than he does the
Yeah,
straw.
he definitely prefers the straw one.
But anyway, I thought that was funny. Like, that just... It goes to show, like, how important this community is to us. She's like, go ask your YouTube family
Yeah, that's
for
awesome.
advice, I know. Well, thank you guys, and thanks for sticking with us and through this very long video.
Yeah, and I guess we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, bye.
Bye.